so I sent him the initial link that you made or whatever, the post that you made. And he was like, dude, where does he live? And we'll go beat him up. And I was like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's fake. Don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I got some death threats. People love you.
Well, thanks, man. That's good to know.
It's the talent shortage, right? In America, we have 350,000 accountants short, and that's true everywhere. It's hard to find good talent. Alex Ramosi, what's the most important thing about a business? And that's a hungry crowd. And the accounting industry is starving for talent.
I actually don't think it'll be the bigger firms. I think my suggestion would be to go smaller or mid-size. A tax return like that, it probably takes 20 to 30 people doing bits and pieces of that whole project. So you might literally be, I knew people that became like managers and senior managers of this part of a tax return. Countdown and all, welcome to the show. Kaz guys, man, yeah, we had some good beef going on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Fake beef, not to be confused with grass-fed beef. But we had a really fun time doing a little rap battles with Caleb. Totally unintentional. Came out of DMs on LinkedIn. But yeah, we got to connect. So man, that was kind of fun.
It was fun. I really enjoyed fighting with you. I enjoyed arguing publicly. It was the first time I had the opportunity to publicly spar with someone, and that was a great experience. I don't think it'll be the last.
No, I think you should make a career out of it. Also, I feel like that going back and forth, man, all that dopamine, how'd that feel?
It was hard. I mean, usually as a Gen Z person, I am used to dopamine being kind of what carries me through my day.
Yeah.
But the level of dopamine hits that I experienced during that battle, it was an unusual amount for me, even as a Gen Z person. So there was a little bit the week after I was going through withdrawal, and I talked about it with Connor and Jordan in the office, and they asked me to like bring the energy back. So this week we're really trying to turn it around and, get my mind right. Really.
Yeah. Because you don't want to get fired again.
Yeah.
No.
That was a dark day. That was a dark day at Cloud Account Staffing.
Yeah. The whole city, it rained in Indianapolis that day.
It must have been
the clouds. Yes.
But yeah, that was fun. And
that was really fun.
Honestly, it was just such a cool, unique way, and turned into like people thinking that, first of all, it was cool that people didn't think it was like, I thought it was legitimately real. I got so many texts and DMs, and there people were like, is it for real right now?
I got some death threats. People love you.
Well, thanks, man. That's good to know.
Yeah, there was a couple people that we got into their DMs because they left a comment, and we were like, oh my gosh, we don't want them to like actually think that we're like hating on anybody on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's funny. And then
that's what Reddit's for.
Yeah, my boy. Yeah, I know you went on Reddit later and like this guy. Yeah, but no, my boy who does the like production of the podcast and also editing like whatever the videos and stuff and all this other stuff that I do. I reached out to him because I wanted to make that mixtape thing and to make the diss track. And I'm like, so I sent him the initial link that you made or whatever, the post that you made. I sent him that post that you made, and he was like, dude, where does he live? And we'll go beat him up. And I was like, yeah, man, it's not like that. It's fake. Don't worry.
No.
So
for a
Ryan,
second, I forgot that you live in
up.
Jersey. Just an Indiana boy. I got nothing on a Jersey guy.
Yeah. Don't worry. We'll just all bark.
Prepared.
No bite. But anyway, why don't but I guess tell us tell the audience, the listeners, a little bit about yourselves. Connor, I'll let you start. Kind of what's your background? How'd you get into offshore accounting?
Yeah, sure. I got into offshore accounting a year and a half ago, but it starts about 6 years ago when I left corporate America. Entrepreneurship is really what I'm passionate about and excited about. And I had a corporate sales job for 7 years, running around, working for the man. I covered 8 states and just was in an airplane all the time with a giant budget to spend and conferences and just living that lifestyle and wanted to get out and work for myself. So I left in 2019. I got into residential real estate. That was, for me, the lowest barrier of entry of a job that I could do. I didn't need to build any marketing teams or advertise or figure out any of those channels. I could just get on Zillow and find a hard money lender and start buying houses. So started in Nashville, Tennessee, buying short-term rentals, and found some success there. When I moved to Indianapolis in 2017, I started buying long-term rentals. Then that turned into a full-blown turnkey business, which is you buy the crappy property, you rehab the crappy property, you put a tenant in it, and then you sell it to an out-of-state investor. So we had all 4 phases of the residential real estate model, and we owned that business, and we did about 500 houses in about 2.5 years, and that was going gangbusters and super fun, and built a team of 40 people, and yeah, we were really having a lot of fun. And then 2022 interest rates hit and changed our path and what that looked like for us on a daily basis. So I actually exited on the bulk of that portfolio and the bulk of those businesses, and then was looking for my next deal. And I had I had an accountant at the time.
Yeah.
His name was Jordan.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. There's the connection.
Yeah, there you go. I had an accountant at the time named Jordan who was doing this offshore staffing, and we were in a couple entrepreneur business groups together. And yeah, we would just get together every month or two and hang out and chat business and chop it up. And beginning of 2024, I was like, hey, man, I like what you're doing. I'm looking for the next thing. How do I get in? So that's really where the start of Cloud Account Staffing Part 2 came from. And,
Cool.
And yeah, so I've been in it ever since. And we've been building an awesome team and bringing just rock stars like Caleb and Owen and Emma and Aaron and Rach and just everybody on our team. It's just been super fun. The industry is ripe and ready for it. And yeah, we've just been really having a lot of fun building relationships with staffers and with accountants and folks around the country.
Yeah, that's awesome. Which brings us to Caleb, and how you guys are also doing different things. But Caleb, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself too? What's your background like?
Yeah, so I'm early in career. I've been in sales and marketing now for like 3 years, so
All right.
nothing like insane, but just joined the Cloud Account Staffing team about 4 months ago, and I just love, marketing, digital marketing. I help about 40 firm owners grow their offshore teams, build their global teams, so I get to work with firm owners every day, which is really fun. So on LinkedIn, I am, the offshore hiring plug for burnout accountants. But to my friends that really know me, I am the crazy trumpet player. So that's
Now everybody knows it, not just your friends, man. LinkedIn knows all about your trumpet game. And,
here we are.
And
I didn't know I was going to go public with that, but you brought that out of me, Yuri.
I'm glad that I did, because I was actually a little concerned, man. I with all that editing and all that production, even though it was AI-based lyrics.
Right. Okay. Whoa. Has that been confirmed?
Those allegations are up for debate. However, but the editing of the video was cool, and the trumpet came out, and I like that your dad is actually also in on these in on the LinkedIn game. But speaking of LinkedIn, I like what you guys are doing. I like what you guys are doing because there's that level of just being yourselves, being genuine, doing jokes. A lot of your stuff on there is hilarious and like kind of like memes and like just out there having a good time. Like, what's obviously Connor, Jordan are both into this strategy, if you will. What's the what's your take on that? Like, what do you aim to achieve out of putting out content like that you guys are doing?
Yeah, well, I think it kind of starts with like what our business is. Like, it's offshore, and typically that hasn't been the most entertaining space or sexy thing to market.
Facts.
And so essentially it's like, how do you get people to care about offshore or even notice you as an offshore company? Like, really, you have to, like, it's not a novel product, a new AI feature. Like, it's nothing that is going to cut through the noise on itself. So really it comes down to you and how you're portraying what you're doing and how you're telling the story. And so, like, typically what we've seen in our industry is a lot of people taking themselves very seriously. A lot of people hammering you over the head with the stats about how you'll save money with offshore, how it's easier to scale with offshore, which they just have been used a lot. So in our minds, it was just how do we stand out and differentiate amidst a noisy environment. So
Yeah, that's good because you know what? I actually just got a DM at 5:30 in the morning this morning. Please hold.
yeah,
Many firms
yes,
are struggling to find and retain qualified accountants with the
yes,
AICPA. We help firms like yours build reliable remote capacity with that.
yeah.
That is too many words.
Oh, it's terrible.
So I get and I along with anybody else that's active on LinkedIn gets approximately 900 of these
Yeah,
per week. So differentiating yourselves in the offshore accounting space is so huge because, man, nobody wants these, to be slid into their DMs with these,
yeah,
paragraphs upon paragraphs. Accountants can't read. I certainly cannot. I hate reading. In fact, my wife, anytime that there's like an email or like any kind of message that's long, she's like, "Do you want me to just read it to you and summarize?" She's like my AI because I hate reading. So yeah. Anyway, all of that to
that's
say, this
hilarious.
cuts through the noise what you guys are doing. So I like that.
Yeah.
Connor, was that like your idea or was that the Gen Z
Man,
team ideas?
dude, when you got a chef in the kitchen, you just let them cook, baby. Let them cook. There's a couple guiding principles that that ring true for us, right? There's in a book, someone smart somewhere says that in advertising, you're trying to meet at the intersection of creativity and intentionality, and that feels really true for us. We want to be intentional, but let's cook, and
Yeah.
we also want authenticity to ring true for us in everything that we do, in the way that we interact with our clients, our prospects, our marketing, how we hang out on Fun Fridays, and just everything is, we are who we are. So we're a bunch of fun goofball people that I don't want to put punctuation in all my things, and I'm not trying to put a 7-paragraph and follow everything that Alex Ramosi tells me to do, sliding in my DMs with you. We just want to put silly stuff out there that makes us laugh and is relatively creative, and there's some intentionality behind some of it as well. But it just feels like this is who we are. If you walk into our office in Indianapolis and you have lunch with us, you'll get the same people on LinkedIn as you get in real life. So that feels really important for us as a company. And
That's how I felt when we met up in Denver.
Yeah,
And
man,
and that's
let's
important,
go.
yeah. What's that?
I said, yeah, let's go, man. Let's just hang
Yeah,
out and have steaks and
yeah,
just
man.
give
If
each other
only you
high
could do
fives and
that.
go.
Yeah, if only you could do that with the whole world. That'd be pretty dope. But
That'd be amazing.
yeah, I mean, the time is limited, and especially for accountants. Speaking of accountants, what do you find to be most difficult about selling to accountants?
Ooh, good question. Selling to accountants. Okay, there's a couple things that I do believe are true. I
Let
think
us
that,
have it.
yeah, I think the two most important things to accountants are their time and their clients. I think those are the two most important. As a person that I don't even know how to spell the word number, let alone do numbers. I'm one of the dumbest people you'll ever meet. But when I interact with accountants, their time and their clients are the most important thing. And so we're trying to solve for them to get time back into their life and enhance their ability to service their clients. So our product really lends itself to that, right? I mean, we are their back office. We are their team. We are who they delegate to. We are who is the representative of their business. We're just so many things that check that box. So let's just stay in our lane. Let's not get fancy and cute. We don't need to get all tricksy with these different per hours and this guarantee and that. Hey, we can promise you that we can get you time back and you can enhance your experience with your clients. And if we can't do those two things, then walk away. So I think making sure that message is throughout our discovery calls and throughout our onboarding experience, that's, a lot of that has been really helpful for us. And then we have these kick butt customer success reps like Caleb, who are obsessed with their clients. And whenever they get an email that it's something they're just trying to make their experience so good. So we really care. But they're really analytical. I mean, So it's not it's not a lot of emotional selling, right? Like I'm not telling you about like, I'm not just storytelling and talking about the kids and like, oh, it's a lot of analytics. It's a lot of analytics and like, here's the value. You can see it. You can feel it. You can experience it, and the product will then just sell itself.
Caleb, what's your take on it from being the customer success legend, according to Connor?
Yeah, legend.
Let's go.
He's our second best customer success rep.
Second best. Shout out Emma, who's had an insane quarter. Let's go, Emma. Probably because she's not posting on LinkedIn every day.
And doing rap battles and
what
spending
in the world?
3 hours editing video.
This is not tied to my KPIs. I don't know what I'm doing. This is ridiculous. I would say something that really helps us with our selling at Cloud Account Staffing is just the story of Jordan. Jordan is a CPA, so Jordan is. I sit like 5 feet away from, a former firm owner who scaled through offshore and knows the whole. He knows the whole bit. Like he knows what firm owners are going through, and so we can just connect with that in a way where a lot of our competition comes at it from just a recruiting angle. We come at it from a niched, accountant perspective. Like that is our whole world. That's all we do. And so I think that builds a lot of trust with our accounting firm owners because they know that they also can reach out to Jordan at any point. Because like me, myself, like, I'm not a CPA. There are certain things that I just don't get, but we are CPA founded and led still. And I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. And I think one of the biggest challenges that my question was also pointed in specifically for me, conceptually, like, yes, clients are number one priority. And the second one is my time. And in the time aspect of it, it's like you always weigh, like, yes, you're going to build an offshore team, right? And so, yes, you can get folks at a much more reasonable price, let's just say, and a much more, at a much cheaper price, be able to scale, be able to do all those things. But then on the time front, it's like, how do you know that the person is going to be good? Mm-hmm. How do you know that they're not actually going to cost you more time because you could have just done it yourself?
Right.
In 15 minutes. Instead, you have to sit there, give this person procedures, protocols, blah, 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 and then review their work, and then they didn't follow those things. How do you, like those kinds of concerns, like that's where I feel like a lot of that objection, at least for someone like me, would come in at. What objection are you guys seeing, and how are you handling like that kind of aspect of it where people are saying they're not sure about the quality of the folks that you'd be dealing with?
Yeah, great question. Well, I'll start by saying you don't. Like that has to be the backdrop. You could hire your grandma, you could hire the person next door, or you could hire somebody offshore, and you don't actually know until you get in the weeds. So you have to create systems that allow you for the highest percentage of opportunity to put somebody in front of you that's going to kick butt. So that's, again, goes back to what Caleb said. We have been an accounting firm. We spun out of an accounting firm. So we know what it takes to like have somebody that can toggle back between Jetpack Workflow and QBO. And what does it mean that the fact that it's 9:30 on October 14th, like we get it. We understand it. So we built systems and processes in place that starts all the way back to the recruiting level. That is 3, 4, 6, 12 months prior to when our clients will see a candidate, because we've been working on this candidate for months and months and months. We've been putting them through our training courses and our nurture programs. We've run them through, we have a 16-step vetting process that runs them through 4 assessments. We've been matching them based on personality. We check all the references. There's just like a whole litany of things that you can be proactive in to increase your likelihood of getting a rock star. The industry churns at about a 50% clip to year one. So if you hire 2 people, at the end of year 1, you likely will have 1 of those people left. We have over 70%. So we're 20 basis points, which 20 against 50, that's a 40% increase on the market, because again, we just start this process a long way way, way, way long ago, and we've put so many systems in place. So I can't guarantee you, but I sure as hell can put the systems and process in place to increase the odds that you're going to have a rock star. It's some of the reason why we get such good feedback is because we keep putting rock stars in front of them, and we're not going to sacrifice, the opportunity for a placement for bad talent just because you're hiring we call it in our industry a churn. When somebody doesn't make it, it's a churn. We're not making a churn placement. I don't have any interest in that because if you churn, you don't come back. So I want you to hire this person, and I want you to be just as happy in month 29 as you are in month 1. So that comes back to systems and processes with the hiring partner that you're partnering with.
Yeah. What's a challenge you feel like for you guys with offshore folks and the whole deal? Like is the challenge finding the good people and reducing the churn? I mean, I know you kind of alluded to how you're handling that, but are there any other challenges that you find?
Great question. Do you want to go? Do you want me to give an answer and then you give an answer?
Yeah.
Or do you want?
Yeah, do that. Then you have to go. Then you have to go faster. Don't be doing your soliloquies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, I am talking a lot. You should shut me up, man. I have a great way of sticking a 3-minute conversation into 40 minutes. I'm good at that.
You're good.
So,
Yeah, I'm just messing. But yes, I'm gonna go to timer. Click. 30 seconds. But yes, go.
All right. Well, our biggest challenge is we keep losing rap battles on LinkedIn, man. Let's go, dude. We got to get better at rapping.
Yes, you have to. Yes, that is for sure.
Our challenge is the same challenge that accountants are experiencing. It's the talent shortage, right? In America, we have 350,000 accountants short, and that's true everywhere. It's hard to find good talent. Alex Ramosi, what's the most important thing about a business? And that's a hungry crowd. And the accounting industry is starving for talent. So our challenge is not bringing on new clients or putting systems and processes in place to keep clients happy. It's finding good talent that's going to continue to increase the experience of our firm owners. So I would say that's the number one challenge that has been and that will continue to be our challenge.
Yeah, I'm with it. Caleb?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think one thing that helps us with that in particular is when it comes to our competition, we are kind of like top of the market. So we do really lean into that because in the past there's been kind of some smoke and mirrors around like, the ethics of offshore in general, around like pay and what's transparency look like in these situations. And so by being kind of at the higher end of the market, we cut through some of that because when you pay well, you get the great people. And so a lot of, from a recruiting perspective, a lot of people are transferring over to cloud account staffing because of that. Word spreads and people that are taking their careers seriously over there. We are generally a company that they want to be a part of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think from my experience too, in my experience with offshoring, which was at EY, at the bigger firms, at all these other big firms, I had a ton of experience with them. I was on a pilot team back in 2014 with EY on launching some of that aspect. I haven't traveled to Bangalore, but I worked with the Bangalore teams. I've worked with Chennai teams out in India a ton. We had a few of them fly in, and we interacted with them. I got to tell you, like, it is actually, I love cultural stuff. I love like exploring different, like, what is it like life in here and life there. And man, like learning about that is so interesting. But in India, for example, I mean, first of all, so India is very much like a yes culture. So like no is actually a very rare, like they're really not used to it. Like, they really pretty much will always be agreeable to you and always want to kind of meet the demands and meet the requests. I remember in the days, and eventually we learned that, and I was like, have to stop to be like, okay, I know you want to say yes to me, but like, can you handle this workload? And then it would get that out of them. They're also a culture of very hardworking individuals, and that could be a detriment to some extent as well. And one of the other things that I've learned is they got like minimal breaks at some of these firms. I will not mention the names of the firms that had these offices in India, but dude, you want to talk about some work environment? 15-minute breaks, maybe like 2 a day, and the day is not 8 hours. The day is 14 or 16-hour days, locked up their cell phones, lock up everything, don't have any, go home and
Yeah.
man, it's super interesting. You guys primarily work with Argentina though, right? If I remember right, or no?
So we're primarily in the Philippines,
Philippines.
and
Okay.
we just started in South Africa and Latin
Oh,
America.
okay.
So yeah, so we're spreading around. But yeah, we hear the same thing from people that are coming to join Cloud Accountant Staffing from the staffer perspective. Like that's even very common in the Philippines. Like these
Yeah.
essentially just huge office spaces with cubicles. Everybody's lined up, and you have to like ask for permission to take a restroom break,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is just crazy. And another
It's
part of
nuts.
our offering at Cloud Accountant Staffing is 100% work from home, because you're already working third shift. We know that that's already a huge,
Yeah.
impact on your life. And working from home is just one of those benefits that we can offer to make it, that much more, doable and manageable for these people that are taking their careers seriously.
Yeah.
I do think though, if we keep losing rap battles, we're gonna make Caleb turn his phone in when he walks in the door. I think.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe take away his CapCut access, man. This guy.
We're gonna delete Sora from his computer.
Yeah, definitely delete Sora, man. No more cheating on these AI lyrics.
The
Suno's
phone
gone.
basket. Right when I walk in, Caleb, put your phone in the phone basket.
Yeah, that's it. Phone and don't let him come near it. You got to be guarding
No.
it, or else
No.
he's gonna be out there picking battles with
Fights.
with Jason Stats and
Oh,
Who?
dude. That's what you got to do, man.
yeah.
You gotta-
Is Jason Stats next?
Yeah, I feel like you should. You should.
Is
you
he
should start
next?
picking. You should start picking battles with real, what's it called? Famed LinkedIn folks.
We did.
I agree.
You.
Well, yeah,
I mean-
yeah. I'm probably like fifth in line.
Oh,
in the
Bro,
AI
you're
space.
in our hearts. You're number one.
I
There is
appreciate
And-
that.
there ain't anybody else, man.
yeah. So you're at a 1-0 record. Who do you feel like is going to be your next challenger? I mean, I'm at a 0-1, so I feel like I need to like kind of drop down a weight class, like maybe get someone with 5,000 followers, not a heavy hitter like 20K followers.
Yeah.
Like that was a little
That was a
ambitious.
mistake.
Of me.
The
It was.
But I gotta tell you though, I had 20,000, but you would have expected my numbers to be 4x your numbers,
Right.
right? I know Connor's not good at math, so maybe we'll
Bad.
draw it up for.
Yeah.
But,
Connor,
you know,
just nod.
Just nod, yeah. So what we gotta do, we gotta get this captured where it's Connor with that like math things. No, but then that would involve Caleb having access to a phone.
No.
Got it. But no,
No.
I would have expected that, but I didn't see that. We had. I feel like you were pretty close in that regard, and yeah, man. But I would say
you. It wasn't enough.
to your
it just
question,
wasn't enough.
It wasn't. But to your question about
My
who's next
sister
to you-
voted for you.
Oh, she did? Really?
I looked at the poll and I was like, my sister voted for Yuri.
Yeah, well, that's you. You apparently also incepted people and their kids, man. So Roman Villard's family has been singing Yuri ain't fun. So I don't know, man. That's rough. But no, the answer to your question about who's next is probably no one, because it's best to quit when you're ahead.
Oh,
Because
true.
you can, if I challenge someone else, I might lose. And also, I'm not the greatest rapper of all time. Dylon is. Scotty is.
Scotty.
Yeah, there was a few legends actually in the comments, man. We really got some people out.
There were some legends.
Yeah, man. You got Ding. Ding is out there. He's a big. You
Yeah.
gotta look at. You see his videos, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got some
Amazing.
pretty good stuff.
He's the OG.
He is
paved
the
the
OG.
way.
He
He paved
did.
the way for us.
He did.
Shout
man.
out.
Shout out, Ding. He called himself Ding Smoke. He does a really good impersonation of Pop Smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah, man.
I
Have
love
you guys
that.
traveled to? Have you guys been to Philippines, Connor?
No.
You traveled
Nope.
there a decent amount.
I've never been. My partners have both been, but I haven't. I'm new to the game. I got 3 little kiddos. I'll probably go the
Yeah.
beginning of 2027, but I got a 2-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-old. So
Ooh, wow.
yeah.
left.
Did you say ow?
I said
Ooh,
wow,
Ooh.
but also ow. Ow actually is.
Ugh.
You know what? I said wow, but ow is probably what I was thinking.
That's how it gets. Freudian.
I got
slip.
two. I got 2 of them, and it's a lot. So
Woo! How old are
and
your kids?
He's about to turn 7, and she's about to turn 3. and you've got like one in between that.
Yeah,
And they're
5'4" too.
younger.
I
God
know.
bless.
What are we doing? What kind of
What are you doing?
mistakes am I making with my life?
I don't know. You're not doing
Golly.
rap battles. You're setting Caleb out to do your rap
I
battles for
know.
you.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
I was dodging that one. I'm not coming after you.
I was
No way.
crazy. It was a crazy
Just gotta
feeling.
let
No.
you're right. You gotta let Caleb take the hit. That's true.
I was just out on the front lines. I was
love
like,
it, man.
where's my team?
Yeah, man. Another one that I liked from you, Caleb, was the Tesla one.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
a
you.
really good one. I was laughing.
Yeah.
I feel like people are buying it. It's actually hilarious, dude, because people are just
Yeah.
buying this shit up.
Did you?
That was a deep fake. I realized that one was too real about like the day after I posted it because I had several people be like, "Congrats, man!" I was like, "Bro, the catalytic converter off my OCD just got stolen. Like that was the real post. This is totally fake. What are
Yeah.
you talking about?"
Come on, man. That's
Yeah.
true.
Did you,
Yeah.
Caleb? Tell them about your DINK post.
Yeah.
Did you see that,
know,
Yuri?
I don't know. No, I don't
That's-
think so. Tell
It's
me.
the biggest post I've ever had.
Yeah?
You know, I was promoting myself being a DINK,
Yeah.
which you know, my wife and I, dual income, no kids.
Yeah.
And I was just communicating the benefits of being a DINK.
Yeah.
I was not saying, you know, like don't be a parent or like I hate
Right.
kids or
Oh
whatever.
no.
And so this went down the viral rabbit hole of me being as you know, an entitled young person that is
Ooh.
everything. You know, I'm essentially what's wrong with America right now. So
Yeah, you are.
that was the point of
in
the
that
post.
Yeah, that was the point of the post, is to make yourself be. It's crazy, man. It's wild being on social media and the amount of
Yeah.
like how people take everything so seriously. It's funny. I used to post like tax technical stuff that way back in the day. So I've been in this posting game for 4 years.
Right.
And interestingly enough, I could talk about that too, is how much LinkedIn has evolved
Yeah.
since 2021, which is actually
Yeah.
very fascinating stuff to talk about. But that aside, like I used to post, I was trying out different content, and I used to post more like tax technical stuff, and I very quickly stopped
Really?
because, dude, well, first of all, I mean, people get really weird with tax stuff. Like so like I would get like what I would call the tax professors. Essentially, like anytime I would talk about like anything, you know, it'll be like, well, actually, technically, what you're saying is wrong, but you consider this code section. No, man, I can't consider every code section in a 1,000 character post, man. Like, that's not gonna work. So, social media has a weird way of drawing out some weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
Then-
some? Good.
I was going to ask, and then at what point did you become the FunCPA?
Probably accidentally about a year in.
A year in.
Everything I do to this day is accidental. Everything, including our rap battle, which again was
rap.
accidental from our DMs. And then I was like, actually, you know what's funny? Totally random. But you know what's funny? The whole rap thing. I wasn't gonna go that route, like, because you sent me. You're like, oh, I'm gonna make this post about you, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. It's really funny. You made that post.
You
and then I
actually
was
wrote
like-
the majority of the post.
I did. I edited it to make it because you were saying you were putting things in there that made it look fake. I was like, get that out of there, man.
Yeah,
Get that out. Don't
right.
tag-
It needs to
And
be
more
real.
importantly,
It needs to get the people going.
and then I was like, don't tag me, because if you tag me, it's gonna look
Right.
really fake. You have to be like
Exactly.
low key so people find it. But anyway,
Right.
no, but somebody, I forgot who it was, but somebody, Tim. It was Tim. Petrie,
Tim.
who commented in there and was like,
Yeah.
dude, is this like the next Kendrick versus Drake?
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And then I got to cooking on that.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
It happened.
because I wasn't
Right.
intending to do it, and then that's it. That ruined the rest of my day that Thursday, because that's what I was doing.
Yeah.
But
We were very unproductive that Friday. That
yes,
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday,
Uh-huh.
Friday,
Yeah.
no good. What were you gonna ask,
Fine.
Connor? You were gonna ask something. I think you're gonna ask what about some weirdos on LinkedIn. Is that what you're gonna go
Yeah.
with that?
Okay. Yeah. You've been at the game for 4 years, man. We're
4 years.
rookies at LinkedIn, but we're really enjoying it mainly because like LinkedIn is so this way, and we're just like,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
me too.
give us some tips. Like tell us the rules. Tell us all the things that like.
Yes.
Just give us all the good.
Ooh, I mean, the main thing is, I mean, you're already doing it, right? Is just be yourself, right? The key to the whole posting thing and social media and staying in the posting game is actually genuinely enjoying it. So to me, it's like, find what you genuinely enjoy posting about or doing. If it's memes or if it's like, deep fake posts and faking people out, keep going, because that's, it's fun and eventually becomes part of your jam, So I think that's important. And I mean, I've always just been like myself from day one. The content evolved, and the creativity that I never had before came out, which was cool. But the weirdos are out there, man. The haters. But one of the biggest things, I think, that is now a takeaway, even 20,000 followers, 40, 50, whatever the follower count, man, you come to realize it's all fake. Like, it's vanity metrics, right? 20,000, I just hit 20,000 followers, but what does that really mean? It means nothing, really. Like, in the grand scheme of things, as far as money goes, and really, where you really learn about it and like you see it is like, if I ever have an ask of anything beyond, like, I mean, obviously hit a like or hit the laugh button or make a comment isn't ask enough, and I appreciate, it's awesome when people do it. But beyond that, like, ask somebody to go listen to a podcast, or ask somebody to go click on a YouTube video, or I mean, I'm not even talking about anything financially motivated yet, but do that, and you will, and that metric will plummet.
Right.
Like, so you could see, like, one of the most interesting things is analyzing that. Like, I love to analyze that kind of stuff of like, okay, like I make a post, and if I in the hook part of it, or even in like the 9 after the hook part of it, if there's any ask in there, it's like just plummet down, just complete plummet. Which just goes to the point of, if you were to post and say, today, come check out our website, cloudaccountstaffing.com, or whatever your website is. If you were to do that, you will see the results just plummet tremendously, because and any moment that you come off salesy in any way, shape, or form, I don't even sell anything, but if I was to come off salesy, it's a complete, it's plummet. So it's working that relationship between selling whatever it is you're selling, promoting, or whatever, toting that line, and being yourself and being genuine. So that's kind of like, if you want, like the high level of LinkedIn space. Like, that's that. Are you guys doing stuff on Instagram too?
We aren't yet on the firm side. We do it on the global facing side.
I see.
But we aren't on the firm side yet.
I see.
US
we will.
Marketing.
We will.
Yeah. Because Instagram is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
In that,
LinkedIn. Hey, we're friends on Instagram.
We are friends on Instagram. I haven't seen you, but I'm not friends with, whatever the professional account. So I guess that's the other thing. Instagram, your personal account and your business account is, you are recommended to make 2 different ones. You know what I mean? Like your suggestion. On LinkedIn, you should be posting always from your personal account.
Right.
Not the CAS account.
Right.
Right.
So that's, because that's the brand. But
I think something that's been really helpful for us is just realizing, like, people are coming to us in our content for something in particular. Like, it's not really for us to get something from it. Like, really, in my mind, on LinkedIn, there are a couple different paths on how you can position yourself. One is an expert. You're just sharing all of your knowledge because you're experienced and you have a bunch of stuff. The other path is entertainment. That was the only path for me. It's interesting. I have no clue what the hell I'm talking about.
It's true. It's true. Don't fire him again.
Yeah, for real. I just revealed some things. But like, it's just embracing that, like, people come to my account for entertainment. And that can sometimes feel like, whatever, they're not coming to me because they actually like me. But no, the content is meant to just be engaging. I think Jason Stats talked about that. But the people that are consuming your content, they come to you for a reason, and then that's your lane. Like, you just give them that. And things will work out. That's
how I feel like accidentally the ThefunCPA moved towards. Like, it was initially, and interestingly enough, those are the posts that perform the best. Like, it's the ones where it's like it's a joke, like my memes one with the boats and all this other stuff.
Yes.
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
just
that
like,
was so
here's
funny.
here's how I saved $250,000 in
Yeah.
taxes. Like people, like I just became. I mean, and in a sense, became just like an entertainment
Yeah.
Yes.
for people. And I'm just like, am I a clown? Am I like a like? Am I
My
just like a
favorite was the
LinkedIn?
private jet. The
Oh.
private jet was
That was
epic.
great. The
Yeah,
PJ.
yeah, man. But listen, you got PJs. All you got to do is just take a picture with one.
Come
And
on.
next up, I got to get in one.
You're. I've liked your street interviews too. Are you gonna bring those back? Are you gonna do some more of those?
Yeah. I gotta do more of those. They cost me more money, but they're fun. Like that, because I have my professional, the team comes out with me, and so they
Yeah.
got like the drones and the
Yeah.
equipment and
Oh
the camera.
dang, bro.
Yeah, yeah. They don't mess
Good
around. My team
setup.
does not play, but we
Woo!
do because they also film my events when I do the networking events,
Yeah.
and they'll film those and that. But all the stuff like the networking events and the street interviews and all this other different content that I try out all came out of LinkedIn posting, man. Like
I love that.
I sometimes wonder. I mean, if I never did it, it started when I was on the bus. Like literally going on the bus to the city. It was a 45-minute to an hour drive for me one way. And I just quit. Like I just left the prison of corporate America.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have freedom and I have a phone and I could post stuff that I always wanted to talk about. So I started posting about like stuff I didn't like when I was at the firms, because I know people think the same thing I think.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it. But the problem is, it's any interaction you have is tied to your name. So people would be very hesitant. But like I would see a ton of impressions, a ton of views, but not a lot of engagement. So a lot of times when I post those kinds of things, and if you'll see like even today's post that I did about the profession, anything somewhat negative or something I'm pointing out, I'll see a lot of impressions, a lot of views on it.
Yes.
But nobody wants to be associated with that except for the people like me who are solo on their own and are like, I know exactly what you're saying. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you always been have you been chasing like a certain number of following? Like was 20,000 a big metric that you've been chasing?
I mean, it's a bit. I wasn't chasing it. I don't really like once you realize, it took a little bit of time to realize, because like you get, again, the dopamine is real. So you obviously like, wow, I'm doing amazing. But once you come to the realization that, again, it's just kind of blank numbers, that yes, I mean, I'm not saying they don't mean anything, right? Because I've had speaking engagements in the past, all because of LinkedIn. Got to fly to California and go to Maryland and, meet cool people like you guys, and really connect with people that I've never would have met with. Some of it translated to business, like the guy, I don't know if you guys follow this guy, Mondo Salavanti. He does financial planning kind of advice. But, him and I connected like 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, something like that. And in this time span that we've been connected, we've probably sent each other combined $100,000 to $150,000 worth of work.
Whoa!
Wow!
Just between the two of us, going in either direction.
That's great.
So
Yeah.
I mean, that's obviously a win. But no, I don't.
Right.
I don't chase any kind of number, because again, at the end of the day, it's fairly meaningless. Like it's not like now that I hit 20,000, I make $20,000 a month or something.
Right. Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, I've had a ton of also affiliate opportunities
right.
that again I
Monetizing it.
never would have had.
Sure.
But I'm so to my point before about appearing salesy in any way, shape, or form. I can't. I just it's a hard thing for me to do. Like I was approached by brands and I will be like I would love to. I think that conceptually it's there, but I don't want to lose that authenticity. So if I'm going to push anything, it's not going to be for pay.
Sure.
It's going to be like for just because I use it.
Yes.
So that is a big thing for me. So I can't, because once you become like I recommend this guy, I recommend this guy.
Yeah.
You ever I associate that with the those food influencers.
Yes.
The
local food influencers that get paid by the restaurant to come say it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Initially, there's one around us here in New Jersey that she is very well known. She gets invited to all these restaurants. She gets paid a lot of money to do it. Right?
Yeah.
But then it's like, okay, how many steakhouses are the best in New Jersey? You
Right.
know, like, and how do you differentiate, like, at a certain point, how many, you know, tax, what's it called, portals are the best tax
Yeah.
portals in the, you know, to
Right.
use as an accounting firm owner,
Right.
right? Like, and so, yeah, the more you do that, the less credible and authentic you appear. And then that drives and eventually stops.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, and I think your audience thanks you for that, right?
Yeah.
Like staying agnostic like that makes your opinion actually mean something.
right.
Yeah. 100%. What were you going to say, Connor?
That. But he just said it so much smarter than I ever would have.
Yeah, it's a good
I don't
point.
know what
Yeah.
agnostic means, but boy,
Oh,
that sounded good.
agnostic. Yeah, it's crazy.
I've
Big
been
words. Caleb.
practicing.
Caleb.
It's
Caleb
on
was.
my list. I had a list of words I wanted to drop to make me sound smart on the podcast.
Caleb whipped out the dictionary this morning
Yeah.
Yeah.
and was going through it to see what words he would best words to use for
On
accounting
the
podcast. But yeah, no, I mean that to me is the cool opportunities that I get to have. I'm very thankful for those.
Yeah.
So yes, followers and count and all that means something. But at the end of the day, you have to realize that, like, it's not, you know, it's irrelevant how many you have as long as somebody is getting something out of it. I'm
Yeah.
actually right now, to be honest, trying to figure out what direction to head
Yeah.
next,
That's
because
what I
I've
was
had
gonna ask.
iterations. I had iterations. Like, again, everything I do is kind of, to this day, is accidental, right? Like, starting to post, accidental. The ThefunCPA, accidental. You know, my firm getting to where it is, fairly accidental. You know, like, having speaking engagements, mind blowing. No, how is that even possible? I have no idea. You know, this podcast hitting 5,000 downloads last week, accidental.
No.
Like, it's amazing. But now I'm kind of figuring out, like, there's a lot of firm owners that follow me for the fact that I have a lifestyle firm, and, you know, I work under 40 hours a week,
Yep.
all year long, including tax season. People are mind blown by that. But I'm also right now pivoting towards, like, accountants in the public accounting profession, like people in firms, not necessarily
Right.
people wanting to go out on their own. I took a big, like, right turn when everybody, kind of like what you were saying, Connor, like when everybody's going left or whatever. Like, I took a big, like, right turn, and going against the grain. I've always been that person, but, you know, you could see people who do very well. Obviously, you know, Logan Graff is doing well with the, you know, going with the firm owners and all that growing base. Jason Stats, of course, a few others that are doing similar things. But I've kind of pivoted heavy to away from that. I don't like, sure, as an accounting firm owner, I think people are looking to me. You know, occasionally I'll post about my hours, post about financials, do that kind of stuff. But I want to be like, I'm more so into, like, let's push the profession to, like, accounting students, people early in their career to succeed. That's what my community actually is all for. Mentors count. So yeah, so that's kind of like where I'm at. But again, going against that grain and going hard right when everyone goes left, it's tough.
Yeah. I mean, it's also where there's a lot of opportunity.
Maybe. I mean, yes, conceptually yes, but the bigger opportunity right now is where everybody else is going. So, like, you know, staying that lane, staying that route would probably have even given more opportunities, because, you know, the speaking engagements, the things I've done aren't like they were for firm owners.
Yeah.
Right.
Mostly, you know. And then I pivoted. It's not like speaking. I don't really want to speak that much, honestly. Like, it's just something I want to do here and there, but I don't want to get on a circuit or anything.
Sure.
Because
Right.
again, with the kids and all that travel, like, I don't
Yeah.
really want to be gone. But every once in a while, if somebody wants to fly me out, I'll happily do that.
Come on. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Some of that is like.
I'm not going to Indiana. I'm not going to Indiana.
Come on, Indianapolis, let's go.
What?
I don't know, man. I saw that video of Connor walking around talking to people. It was raining.
Yeah. People always talk about Seattle being gray, but I don't think they realize
I don't know,
Indianapolis
man.
is just as bad, and we don't have water.
Yeah,
So,
that's bad.
I mean, it's
Little
bad.
It's also very cold. It's very
It
cold.
is. It gets cold.
Somebody told me. I remember one guy at EY. I was at EY, and he was in the Indianapolis office, and he told me
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like, the inside pipes of his house froze
Oh yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was
Yep.
like, what?
Yeah.
That doesn't happen in New Jersey.
No, no. Or his car, like the gas in his car froze
What?
or
That
something
is
crazy
insane.
like
I
that.
have
Like,
actually never heard of that
No.
yeah,
happening.
he told me his car wouldn't
That
start,
is
man. I was like, I
insane.
don't know what kind of car he's driving, but
Wild.
It's because he
That is
parks in a
crazy.
freezer. That's his
maybe
problem.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I just remember him telling me that, and I'm like, the house thing was crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's real.
That is insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, is that
The
real?
pipes.
older homes. Yeah.
Not insulated as well.
You got to
Yeah.
keep the warm water running in the winter. Just like a steady.
Just a little drip.
Little,
Interesting.
Just a little
Just a
drip.
yeah.
You got to keep the doors underneath the sink open. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are.
These are things
Indiana
you
This is every who's.
so
Yeah. Everything.
sell me again on you're not selling
Hoosier hacks.
it.
But we can't sell you. We can't sell
Bro,
you
the
on
Indy
Indiana.
500. The Indy 500. One day a year.
Indy
Indianapolis.
500 one day in Indianapolis is good.
I mean, woo.
Dude,
Yeah,
our
but I
sports
guess-
are good. Pacers, let's go.
Amazing.
IU football is killing right now. Purdue basketball,
Colts?
the Fever, the Colts. Let's go,
Oh, yeah.
Indiana.
All of us, all of our teams are amazing.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't
We
like
beat the
sports, then
Playoffs.
Okay, we're gonna have to come to New York then, because
we would love to
We beat
see
the Knicks
your guy.
in the playoffs.
We would.
And then we stole Danny Jones from the Giants.
We did.
So we've taken a couple shots.
that's true.
At your team
That's
recently.
fine. But yeah, well, you can just come over. You know, come to New Jersey, and in the
right.
summertime we'll do a little pool party.
Let's
I think
go,
that's a
man.
Oh,
That's
yes,
a better.
sir.
That's a better sell than.
I'm game.
That,
That sounds better than Indiana.
yeah. Oh, see, that was fast.
Yeah.
Converted you real
Me
fast.
over. You won me over.
Yeah, man. What was I gonna ask you? Was there anything that we haven't talked about that you
I
kinda
can keep
go ahead and
asking you
speak?
questions about LinkedIn because you're what's in your brain is like
know.
gold.
tell
I
me?
have questions for you, Yuri.
Dude,
That
please ask. Let's go.
So, how, like, tell me more about your new, like, positioning towards the youth and, like, how that, like, up and coming talent and how that's going to influence, you know, the content you're putting out and just kind of, like, what you say yes to in the industry.
Ooh, that's a really good question. Connor, I gotta put this guy on a podcast. Kaz podcast.
Yeah, it's in the works.
Yeah, it's huge. Okay, good. Because it'll be good.
You'll know when it's live.
Yeah. So to your point about the youth, how do we reach them? I think so. Honestly, one of the biggest ways to reach them is actually by doing like rap battles on October 10th, indirectly. Everything indirect. You know,
Yep.
like going directly and being like, "Hey guys, you know, in college, accounting is amazing. Change to it, you know, because you're gonna do great. It's not gonna sell. What sells is like, hey, this guy has an accounting firm that's gonna make $300,000 in 2026. He doesn't work more than 40 hours a week, and he does rap battles on October 10th when everybody else is working in 90-hour weeks. That indirect
Yeah.
way is selling.
Right?
The tough part is, I mean, so there's that, but then the problem is like you can't obviously like I don't do it to get paid, I don't get monetized, but it is time. Like drawing out the information. Like for example, in 2 weeks, in 9 days, I'm going to Rutgers, which is where I went to school. But I'm going there. I got invited. Yeah, shout out. I got invited to speak to a bunch of students there.
Nice.
You know, and so I love doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But content-wise, man, I'm playing around with different things. The stuff that performs the best is the jokes. Really, honestly, it does. You know, like my post today was doing pretty well. But in the post today, it was kind of like, hey, like basically the whole premise of it is, I'm seeing it both from my content that I used to post versus as I pivoted, like the stuff that does the best is everybody who wants to go out on their own. Everybody seems to want to go out on their own, but it's not for everyone.
Right.
So my whole thing is I'm trying to really get to two people, which is like the younger people in the profession that want mentorship, that, you know, we can help with a bunch of other folks who are in my mentorship community and just kind of glide through the profession and not feel like overwhelmed. But the other piece of the puzzle is reaching the next tier of leaders. True leaders, because like they've been raised in the system, in a very negative way, the toxic culture, all the stuff that's happening at these big firms. This is why everybody wants to leave. They want to leave because they're like, God, this sucks. Like, like they're like, how do I get out of this? And the only way that how do I get out of this? They hop on LinkedIn and they see people like me and all these other people that I've mentioned talk about firms, ownership, and they go, that's what I'm going to do. This is how I get out of it, because Yuri's getting out of it, and others. So, like, but that's not the answer to everything. Like, you still need your experience. People are literally just coming into the profession of these bigger firms, trying to spend the least time as possible so they can go out on their own. So it'll be interesting, like that. But that's my whole point. Like, so it's tough to reach. I'll let you know when I figure it out of how to reach them. But it's a tough. That's why I said it's a hard right. It's a tough dynamic to reach.
I love how you have like paved the way functionally for a lot of people to kind of follow in your footsteps, and you've done that publicly.
Yeah.
That is so valuable, and even just the consistency of doing that and showing up on LinkedIn in that way provides so much value for people to follow in your footsteps. Like, I think about Tom from FinOptimal for me.
Yeah.
Essentially, that guy gave me permission to be me on LinkedIn. Like, I think he's great content, and he's just himself, and he's funny. Yeah. And I was like, okay, there is space in this industry for someone like me to come in. Granted, Tom is a CPA. He's actually legit. I don't have that. So I'm not comparing myself there.
Yeah.
But there's like space for me to show up and be authentic and be genuine. And I think, so many of those people that are in their 9-to-5 at an EY or a Deloitte that are fantasizing about what you've done, when they see that and some of the steps you've taken, it helps them just actually learn how to rinse and repeat.
Yeah. And in the process, you just learn a lot. I personally learned a lot about the social media in general, and like posting process and creativity and doing networking events. Learn a lot about that. Kind of fun. In some aspects, it's fun when you're there. It is terrible to plan. But it's very interesting. So all that stuff kind of, it's on the whim ideas that I get, and I have a lot of them. And then, so that's kind of how I got here, so to speak. But it's like I said, that's why it's all an accident.
I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. What, Connor, you're going to say?
Yeah. Okay. So you're an accountant that's got influence and has lots of thoughts. As you look into the future, do you think that the accounting industry continues to consolidate? Do you think that the younger generation is going to come in and like they're going to be chasing the lifestyle solopreneur? Like, what does the next generation take over? What does that look like in the accounting space?
It's a really good question. It's a tough one, because right now, I think the main challenge is how do you get more people to go into accounting in school, right? How do you get more people to find the allure in the profession like there used to be? That part of it is very tough. And so I think to that point, I think that's a very much an uphill battle, because the biggest problem is the salaries straight out of school are abysmal. So you have to do at the moment of the 150 credits, whatever it is, undergrad and masters, or undergrad plus 30 more credits, whatever that's in. Now you come out and they pay you, 70 grand at most, sometimes even less as a starting role. So it's like, okay, I can go literally do, so many other things, and you have to work a ton of hours. So there's that consideration. I think people are definitely now more so looking at, they're joining into the firms, and then they're going, okay, where am I going to go next? Whereas when I started, like 2010, when I started, I would start at the firm and be like, I'm going to be a partner here. So that piece of it is gone. Like, I don't think that's coming back. Like, I don't think that, the allure to join a firm and stay there forever, is going to be. So everybody's already looking from day one as to what day 700 looks like.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that part of it is interesting too. I don't know. I think that the main thing for me at the moment is everybody needs the experience. You need to get that base knowledge, the reps, put the reps in before you go out on your own. but those reps need to be made enjoyable. Like you can't be like just this toxic culture, you know.
Right.
And now we have Reddit and we have all these other things that people like could just get a glimpse into it. I mean, it is a negative glimpse, but that's very bad. Like,
Yeah.
you
Right.
know, it's not painting a beautiful picture. So yeah.
Do you think the
I mean,
optimal path is like get out, cut your teeth on a big 4, big 5, and then go the solopreneur route?
I actually don't think it'll be the bigger firms. I think my suggestion would be to go smaller or mid-size, because when you're in those smaller or mid-size firms, you are getting a more well-rounded experience. So you might do a partnership return, a 1040, a bigger C corp, you know, a bunch of different aspects of tax. Whereas if you're in a bigger firm, you might be put on like, you know, think about it like EY, for example, might have a client that, you know, sort of the big Fortune 500 companies. Like a tax return like that, it probably takes 20 to 30 people doing bits and pieces of that
Right.
whole project. So you might literally I knew people that became like managers and senior managers of this part of a tax return. Like they literally knew nothing else.
Right.
So like they would have 10 years experience in this.
Yeah.
Right.
So pigeonholing is very much a thing.
Totally. Yeah.
We see that, Caleb, don't we? We see that when candidates come through and it's like they're from EY Philippines or Forbes Philippines. And, you know, we have some of our clients that are like, no, who's worked inside of a smaller CPA firm?
Yeah.
Because exactly what you're saying, like,
Yeah.
they've ran payroll. They know what AP and AR are. They know they've done a 990 and a 1040. Like they've just got a more well-rounded experience. So
Yeah, I'll give you an example.
interesting.
If somebody is like as a firm owner in the U.S., if somebody wants an accounting, you know, an accountant, bookkeeper, like assistant help with that, for example, versus a tax person, you know, getting somebody who has been in 10, 15 years at EY Philippines isn't necessarily going to be good
Right.
for that role, and they might have 15 so somebody might be like, wow, like they have 15 years experience. Yeah, I'll take them.
Sure.
That sounds amazing, but they're gonna not do well with your books, you know. So somebody who does books and can, you know, and understands QuickBooks and has done a few of those, like that'll be huge.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, years alone don't mean much, not here nor in
Sure.
you know, nor overseas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been great. I think there's a ton of value for everyone. I think we covered a bunch of fun stuff: social media, offshore accountant,
It's been a good time.
Because
memes.
you're the GOAT, Yuri. You're
Thanks,
just the
man.
GOAT, man.
You make it easy.
I appreciate you guys.
Whenever you are, wherever we are, you can come hang out with us, man.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that dinner we went out to in
Good
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I know you guys are doing a bunch of conferences. If you are honestly, if you're ever at like in New York for anything, any conference or anything like that, let me know. We'll make a trip out there
Be fun.
and get to hang a little more. That was fun. But guys, thank you for taking the time. Thanks for coming through the pod and spitting some hot fire value to the listeners. If anybody wants to find you, where can the people find you, and who should find you?
Ooh, they can find us on LinkedIn.
Speaking of LinkedIn.
Yes, there you go.
You can either
Cloud
look
account
up
staff.
you can either look up Caleb Johnson or you can look up Crazy Trumpet Playa.
Crazy Troop.
It'll populate both ways.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it knows. LinkedIn algo knows who that is.
That's right. It does. It does.
Come find us on
yeah,
LinkedIn. Come hang out with us. You can go to our
Sounds
website,
great.
cloudaccountantstaffing.com, but come get us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, we'll find your LinkedIn. Everything is going to be in the show notes. I appreciate you guys again for coming out. And if you see these guys at any conference, challenge Caleb to a rap duel.
Do it.
You'll probably win. But no, but do say hello. And I appreciate you guys again. And we'll catch you guys live hopefully one day soon.
Thanks, brother Yuri.
Amazing.
Good to
All
see you,
right,
my man.
Peace out. You too. Catch you later.